Any day's a great day to go fishing, but it's those tough days that make fishermen out of us. My buddy Joey and some of his friends, they've been staying at a cabin out here on this lake for the past 2 weeks. And I got a hold of him yesterday to get a fishing report, and he just had one word: tough. Okay, I know those guys know what they're doing. They know how to catch fish. So if it's tough for them and they're struggling and they've been out here every day for 2 weeks, it's gonna be a tough day. So I knew that coming into this fishing trip. But that's okay, because these tough days when we struggle for each and every bite, that's when we get good at fishing. I mean, seriously, that's when we pick up on that one or two little tricks that catch us a fish when otherwise we wouldn't have. All right, well, we take those few little things we learned over a couple of trips. Then when we get out here and they are biting, that's when we wear them out. What's happening is this is post-spawn. So the fish have pretty much done their thing shallow, and not just bass, all of them. Crappie, brim, even the stripers and white bass run up the rivers in the spring. All right, so they all go shallow. Well, that makes it easy for us to catch them, because they're where we like to fish, shallow, concentrates them. Well, now they're scattered. All right, so what we've got to do is find active fish, because there's still some fish shallow, there's some fish deep, they're just here and there. They hadn't concentrated on any particular summer pattern yet. So I'm going to start with a swim bait, something I didn't fish a lot of a couple weeks ago. But the reason being is I want to cover a variety of depths. I want something I can fish shallow and deep, and then we'll try some stuff shallow also. We'll go shallow to try some stuff. Throw this, and we're just gonna make a lot of casts. Those fish are so far back up in the bulrushes I can't even see them. But they sound like good fish. Now, it could be carp on the bed. They'll do that. And it's getting about that time. But I fish go to a floating worm and go really shallow. Getting the right color is everything with the floating worm, and I have no idea what color they want. We're gonna start with yellow, and then we'll just keep swapping colors. Bubblegum's always good, but that's generally a low light color, and this clear water, and the sun's already getting up, it ain't exactly low light anymore. And this is a color that'll pull up some big fish if the big fish are shallow. Oh, we did pick up a little one. That fish might not, he might be a little better than I thought he was. All right, there's a fish going to town back there inside those bulrushes. And I can't even see splashing, he's so far in there. That's close on keeping. We'll let him go. All right, so we've got some active smaller fish. That's something. All right, that fish is going to town back there, eating up on them small shad in the back of this cove. How big is that fish? I saw that one. He wasn't that big. I say he found him a good fishing spot. Yes, fishing is tough today. And it looks like this is going to be a short video. At this point, I'm experiencing technical difficulties with the equipment. So I have no idea what I've got on video so far and what I don't, but that's okay because it ain't been much of nothing. We got a lot of little fish running around. And I just can't find anything that'll keep. And the little ones, they've been having a field day up in the shallows on minnows. As to where the bigger ones are though, I have no clue. And I've been keeping an eye on the graph. I'm not seeing any sign of bait fish. I'm just not seeing any sign of much of anything. So we're just gonna keep plugging away. We know the catfish are doing okay in here. Not what we after though. Nice channel cat. What do we have here? I thought that was one of them little fish, but I think we got a pretty good sized striper on the end of the line here. I think I need a bigger boat. I think we're gonna need the net on this one. I ain't even got eyes on this fish yet. All I can say is it's full grown. Big old catfish. Maybe we solved the mystery of what was up in the shallows and sounded big. All right. Okay, now I am not opposed to eating old catfish, but these in here, you just never know what you're gonna get. One of them's the best fish you ever ate, and the next one tastes like mud. Well, it's a lot of fun, though. It's time for me to take a break and regroup for a minute. Chaotic morning. I have no idea what I have on video. The camera's showing out. I have no idea what the fish are doing or what to try. We've got a lot of shallow active fish, but they're small on the bass. Obviously not with the catfish. I'm not saying I've tried a little deeper, no luck on the bass. Where did those big females go? My guess is they're suspended out here over deeper water. They've moved out of these coves and pockets. There could still be a few on some points that have spawned and they're moving out. That's all I know to do right now is just keep trying the points. My front graph went out also. The transducer broke off, the bracket holding it together. So that kind of hinders me a lot there. And I'm not big on sonar, grass, fish finders, but I like to be able to just see what's below me. And then after a while, you know, seeing enough of this or that in certain depth, okay, kind of need to target this depth. I know we've got some minnows shallow, that's what these little fish are on, but where are the shad at? Because you find the shad, you'll find better fish. We got another one. Now, is it a bass or another catfish? Oh, we got this little bass this time. That fish is on its way to becoming a football. I don't think we're going to get on anything any size. And it's already starting to get late. So I'm just going to let these little ones go. But it was fun. Pretty little fish. All right, I'm not ready to call it quits yet. So what I'm going to try is this worm. These fish aren't very active. Yeah, the ones chasing the little bitty minnows up in the bulrushes, now they're active. Bigger fish definitely aren't active, and even the smaller ones, I've noticed I've caught them on the slower baits, jerk bait, letting it sit, pausing it. So I want to try to find a spot where we can find some females that have backed off. They've already spawned, they're pulling out, and a little more vertical structure and a slower presentation. Hey, ain't nothing to do but try. Okay, the slowing down and going deeper did not work. If my best guess right now, I noticed the water clarity is not what it normally is, and herring cannot stand any kind of sediment in the water. I'm guessing the herring just aren't here. I hadn't marked any on the graph, hadn't seen any schools of them. I'm guessing they're further down toward the dam, maybe rain or something. Got a little color to the water. Okay, push the herring down. That's probably where the schooling fish are. The butter females, they're on the herring. I mean, we've seen these little active small fish chasing everything up in the bulrushes, minnows, and little bitty shad. But a big fish can't live off of something that small. Even these fish are probably expending more energy than they're actually getting from the food they're eating there. Those little ones, they're still at it in the bulrushes. Okay, with that, I'm gonna call this a day. And it's about a year ago, probably to the day, that I made a video talking about God's timetable. And perfect example. In that video, I said then that we have to do things on God's schedule, nature's. Okay, and perfect examples to fishing. When the fishing's good, we gotta go. If we don't, we're gonna miss it. All right, well, every spring there's some good fishing, easy fishing. It's over now. Thankfully this year we got out on the water a little early and we caught some fish. Okay, it's over now though. All right, it's gardening. In springtime you got to plan if you want something to harvest in the summer and in the fall. And in the summer and in the fall you better be harvesting when it's time to harvest. Okay, and that's something we just lose track of in our modern society. We're becoming disconnected from God's timetable, the cycles of nature. All right, well, this is just a perfect example. This bite, the spring bite's over now. That's okay, there's gonna be more bites. There's gonna be a really good topwater bite at the end of May, 1st of June. And when I say bites, fish get on certain patterns that just make them easy to catch. Or we develop ways to catch fish that work at certain times in certain places. Once we get enough of those patterns put together for a year, we can do pretty good on some fishing. And that's kind of what I was out here today for, is to try to put something together for this time of year. Didn't do it, but that's okay. I keep trying. But in the past, I've put together different things for other times of year. 2 weeks ago when we caught this fish on top, or in a month from now when we're catching fish on top again, but it's going to be different fish in different places and different lures. All right, so all we can do is just go out there and keep at it. That's how we get good at anything. All right, God bless and have a great day.